let's go ahead, jump right into this reading, my love. Let us see what the messages are that Spirit has here for you on today. Please do keep in mind, y'all, these are general messages. Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Thank you, thank you. Let us see, let us see. What are the messages for Divine Feminine Spirit? Oh, okay, something about the runner. Separation dates. Okay, so after running, causing separation, they miss you, they want to date. Okay, person is feeling heartbroken and sad without you. That's what I take from that. That's what I gather. All right, but let's see for our feminines. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, again, so many cards trying to come out, y'all. What is this? We have Kisses, Grim Reaper, Clock Mirror. Yeah, so again, separation is looking like something may not come back together, or this is what someone is thinking. They're afraid they may have run out of time with you. You've mirrored back to them what work they need to do, and they want you to know that they love you, okay? Sheesh. All right, what is this? We have the Snake. Yeah, you don't trust this person, that's why. You don't trust them, and they may be dealing with someone else. We have breakup here with the X, okay? Yeah, so there's a breakup going on with someone, or there's a breakup that has gone on with someone, but they view you as a healthy choice, okay? This person reminisces about you a lot with camera. They think about you all the time. We have wedding rings. So because they view you as a healthy choice, this person feels bad for how they treated you. Stabbed in the back, okay? Yeah, so they went from running, but now they're going to be chasing. All right. This person feel like they didn't do enough in a connection. They did not do enough is how they feel. Okay. They feel like they let you down. They disappointed you repetitively or something like that. Okay. What's the underlining here? We have ascending. Yeah. And you're leveling up. You're focused on doing better in life. You know, this person didn't show their true feelings when you feel like they had the opportunity to do so, but they want to come in and show you now. Okay. Separation is highlighted here multiple times. There was a negative pattern going on with this person. You feel like you always had to look over your shoulder while dealing with them, so you stopped dealing with them. Okay. Nobody wants to feel like that when they're saying they love someone, or someone says they love you. You don't want to feel like you have to constantly look over your shoulder, or like you can't trust them. Nobody wants to feel like that. Okay. So it makes sense as to why you would remove yourself from the energy, loving on you. You know, says making healthy choices in love and in life. You didn't view this as a healthy choice anymore. Started showing yourself more self-love, more self-care, and being happy. Being happier, it says. Okay, so you were already happy, just being happier by stopping a negative cycle or a negative pattern. Okay, something like that. I got a comment from someone last night, and they were like, oh, you know, the readings have been really negative lately. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in twin flame journeys. And I feel that's one way we can tell who is and who is not on their journey for real. Who has and who has not really experienced being a twin. You know, who, like, so again, not everybody is one. You know what I'm saying? But everybody would want to be one. Everybody wants to be a twin flame. But do you really? Because the things that go on in a twin flame relationship are not the easiest to deal with. Not the easiest to overcome. And to have a safe space where someone can help you get through those difficult things is quite often appreciated by the true twins. You know what I mean? So back to the messages for the true twins. Let's see what the messages are here. Because again, somebody made you feel very disappointed the way that they showed up in the connection. They're missing you though, you know. This person feels like they didn't do enough, and now they're lacking confidence because they know they sabotaged this. It says frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear/ego issues, and jealousy. Okay, so some of you may feel like, oh, they have a big ego. Is it really that they have a big ego? Is it that they have a huge amount of fear that they are struggling with overcoming? You know what I'm saying? Which is why they just stick with what's familiar. They go with what they're used to. Again, true twins get it. All right. So let's see. What are the messages? This person is so drawn to you and feels you've been so cold lately, but they're not going to give up. They're determined. You know, they're determined. This person has already experienced what affection from you is like. So they don't want to miss out on that. You know, they want that. Okay. Let's see. Messages for feminine. Thank you, Spirit. All right, we have the Sun card. See, you are already happy and you make each other happy too. All right, you're a happy person, I feel. Very vibrant energy. Queen of Wands, Sun card, speaks for itself. Ace of Pentacles. You see, this is why when they think of you, they think long term. Yeah, I want to be around somebody that can make me feel good, because not every day is good. You understand what I'm telling you? Again, it brings back the sunflower energy. The sunflowers turn to the sun. When the sun is not out, they look sad. They're drooping, you know, or they turn to each other. And if they don't have a sunflower to turn to, like if it's just them, they don't have anybody to turn to, then they're just sitting there drooping. So I feel like your masculine is a little droopy sunflower right now because, you know, you're nowhere present. Okay? The Four of Wands. Yeah, see, they want union with you. So is this really negative, or are we having to work through some negative things, guys? Perception is key. All right? Perception is key, dear. So yeah, let's continue. All right, so we have the Nine of Wands, the Wounded Warrior, the Nine of Cups. So although wounded, they've been through some things in their karmic situation or situations. You have been wounded in this situation and perhaps other situations. The two of you still desire this, the Nine of Cups, okay? Because Spirit is saying it's both of them. So usually Blue will say, you know, this could be you, this could be them. No, Spirit is saying it's both of them. Both of you have been wounded. Both of you have been hurt. Not just in other situations, but here in this connection. Because again, the twin flame journey is not easy. And when you want to work through it with someone, when you're blessed to have someone that wants to work through it with you, okay, it's like, yeah, it's going to get sticky. It's going to get messy. But, you know, the two of you are determined to get through this, it seems. They're not giving up. But you refuse to settle for anything that isn't healthy. So if they want to be with you, they have to come a whole different way. You know, they have to take a different approach. Here we have the Eight of Cups, because the Eight of Cups only shows up in a reading when something is missing in a situation. So like, again, it started off good, the Sun card, but if it ended up with the Nine of Wands, it's like, you know what I mean? Eight of Cups then, because I'm not too happy with this, you know? So it's like that card that we had where it says, I wasn't happy with the way things were going, you know? You make me happy, but the situation itself is not making me happy, whatever the situation was. So you had to remove yourself from it. Two of Swords, yeah. So again, it could have been the person had divided loyalty. All right. It says competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, and the other woman. So again, there's definitely someone here for a lot of you in the picture with this person. Okay, is or was. All right. Take it how it applies. We have the Fool card, but the Fool card is being very detached. So let's look at it from their point of view and say, okay, they were coming across very non-committal because, well, divided loyalty. They can't really commit themselves to two different people, right? So that non-committal energy applies to them. But the detached energy now applies to you because of the non-committal energy that you receive from them. You see what I'm saying? So again, with the mirror soul energies, you're only reflecting back to them what you were, you know, made to receive or what you were made to feel like. The High Priestess. So the Magician and the High Priestess, twin souls, okay? This person is working on manifesting you back. This could just be energetically, you know, focusing on you, focusing on the two of you being back together, focusing on reconciliation, you know, forgiveness, things like that. Forgiving themselves, forgiving you, you forgiving yourself and forgiving them. Whatever is necessary. Here we have the Knight of Cups. All right, Knight of Cups is affection and romance. Okay. This person wants to come in. They want to take you out. We already saw the date energy earlier. But we have Hermit. You've been ghosts. You've been quiet. You've been very much so to self. Okay. And I feel your absence is making this person yearn for you or desire you more with the Knight of Wands. Okay. We have the Death card and the Two of Cups. All right. So the Death card and the Two of Cups is like a transformation within self. Again, you know, you can't come with the same energy because that's clearly what wasn't working the first time. So we're going to need you to step it up. Step up or step out, you know, or something like that. Step up or step out of the way, one or the other. Okay, because the Two of Cups is about soulmate energy. The Hierophant is coming together. It's also, you know, like-minded individuals, people who have similar morals or principles, you know, who share similar values when it comes to certain things in life, you know, and it really matters, like your core values. So this person feels like the two of you resonate in that way. And again, it's not something that's easy to let go of because it's not easy to replace. Okay. It's not many people that you could be like, yeah, we see eye to eye on this. Nah, it's not many people like that. Not saying you have to be the exact same. Whatever you contribute or bring to the situation may be different, but you show up in the same way, meaning you are both willing to give 100%. You know, so it's like 100%, 100%. So, this is how they view you. This is how they see you, okay? So 6 of Wands is overcoming obstacles and challenges, which right now, the obstacle and challenge would be separation, not speaking, feeling like they're not doing enough or like they didn't do enough, you know, like they have to do more. 4 of Pentacles, they want to hold on to you, but if they don't know what to do, how is that going to happen? You know what I mean? Because we have a feminine here who feels 8 of Cups, something was missing from the situation. I know my heart desires the person, but I can't have the person if the person is not giving me what I need or what I would like to receive in a connection. So regardless of the person, you know, if something is missing, then I have to remove myself. So that's the energy you're in, feminine. All right. So it's like, how can a person hold on to someone who's choosing themselves? You know, I'm choosing me over any and everything, you know, all the time. So if this situation is not good for me, if it no longer makes sense, then I'm not going to do it. Because over here with clever, you know, it's just like, okay, what's going on? Like somebody has been in some way or in multiple ways malicious toward you, toward masculine. And they've been very slick about it. Okay, they've been very slick about it. So slick, it ain't even really come up in this tarot spread, but it came up there. You know, so I feel maybe this person is cutting something off there so that they can make healthier choices because they keep thinking about you and they realize they stabbed you in the back, they didn't do enough, and now they're chasing after you. You see what I'm saying? It's like, okay, but the person is so focused on ascension, leveling up, they may not see me chasing after them. Okay? The Queen of Pentacles. Like, think of you as this person here about to, you know, take this leap here. You don't even see this dog back here trying to catch up with you. You know, that kind of thing. Now, I'm calling them a dog. All right, I'm just saying, this little puppy, whatever. No, not calling him a dog or a puppy. I'm just saying. So the Queen of Pentacles is very dependable, reliable, mature, you know, secure within herself. So again, somebody that's secure in themselves is going to choose what makes sense, you know, to do. Like, if this is not making me happy, this is not healthy, it's not beneficial for me, you, or anybody else involved, why are we doing it? So again, the person understands and respects your way of thinking, you know, your morals and your principles and everything that you are basing your decisions off of. It's not like you're just being emotional here and saying, oh, my feelings were hurt, I gotta go. No, because your feelings can get hurt in relationships, right? You can be with somebody, you can marry somebody, and your feelings can get hurt by the person you choose to be with and or marry. You know what I'm saying? You may hurt their feelings sometimes. Like, life hurts your feelings. So it's not about that, you know, it's not about being in your feelings and making a decision solely because of your emotions. No, but it's like, if something doesn't make sense, then you're not doing it. Yeah, 6 of Swords is distance, it's space. And the Star card is guidance, divine guidance. So if your angel, your guardian angels, you know, God is telling you, hey, go this way, move away from this, then that's just what you're going to do. You trust that? Yeah, 3 of Pentacles. But this person wants to come together with you. The 3 of Pentacles is about commitment and teamwork, being on the same page. Okay? So let's see. There's only a couple of things that I really want to look into because I feel like everything pretty much spoke for itself. But let's see something here. So what is this 9 of Wands energy? Okay. We have the 2 of Swords. That's the divided loyalty. Being on the fence, not really knowing which way to feel. And we have the Queen of Cups. Okay. So this is you. After everything you've gone through in this connection with this person, you don't know how you feel. Not how you feel about them, but you don't know how you feel about reuniting, reconciling, you know, things like that. The Knight of Swords, yeah, but they do. They're rushing in. They're like, well, I know how I feel about you, because the Knight of Swords is a certain energy. I know what I want to do. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I know where I need to go. I'm going to go ahead and go there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go handle this business right quick and I'll be back. That's the Knight of Swords. And it's going to the Lovers, my divine counterpart. Not just my divine counterpart, you know, twin flame, but my twin flame soulmate, 2 of Cups. Right? So again, very special connection. Not something I find every day. Not something I'm trying to let go of. 4 of Pentacles. Something my heart desired. I didn't think was real or really existed. So I settled. But then lo and behold, this person is real. They exist. Oh, shoot. You know what I'm saying? Kind of thing. So again, morals, principles, doing the right thing, making it work. That could be why a person stayed with third party. Again, we talked about that. Again, what about these things, y'all, are negative? Blue doesn't understand that, okay? This is us working through actual twin flame situations, all right? Actual twin flame relationships. You wouldn't understand if you're not a twin. So we have Temperance, okay? Temperance is reconciliation, forgiveness, yes, but it's also doing things in moderation bit by bit. So if this person wants to reconcile, it's like, okay, take your time. You know what I'm saying? Take your time. Don't rush. Take your time. Okay? Your heart desires this, but you really need to take your time. 7 of Pentacles, yeah. All right, so let's see. I want to know if it's one more, but let's see here. So this Death card, 4 of Wands, yeah. So it's like transformation. I want union with my person. Ace of Pentacles, my engagement ring. Therefore, let me go ahead and transform. Yeah, 10 of Swords. This is like the pimp in me has died. You know, y'all remember that song? What's his name? Jay Holiday or something like that? The pimp in me has died, girl. You know what I'm saying? Or guy, you know. I don't want to be no pimp. I don't want to be no pimpin'. I don't want to be no player. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that anymore. Okay. You have Justice. Yeah, I want to do right by you. Okay. Judgment. This is their discernment on the situation. I want to do right by you. Okay. We have Judgment, the Ace of Wands, the 3 of Cups. Oh, this person feels like you're their soulmate and their friend. It's so cute. All right. So they're like, I really don't want to lose you. Okay. It's so sweet, y'all. Oh, yeah. We got Hammer and Love. It says sabotage and rebuild. Persistent, working on it, repairing, and love. See? They want to work on things because they do love you. Unconditional love, self-love, and wholeness, affection and attraction, and selflessness. Maybe a very selfless person. Somebody that is, again, Queen of Pentacles, always thinking about the welfare and well-being of everyone, not just you. All right? Abundance. This is why you are blessed. This is why you are prosperous, feminine. That's why you're abundant. All right, thank you, Spirit. What are the messages for feminine? We have the Dragonfly. It says lighthearted and adapt. Finding out and change. Things coming to light and heal. All right, so you've been healing. They've been healing. The work has been being done. Okay. The internal work has been happening, people. Again, I don't see nothing negative in these readings, Jared. Because listen, when somebody is saying something and I feel like the energy is not coming from a nasty place, I'm like, okay, let me see what they're talking about. Because I'm open to constructive criticism, right? But I'm like, nah, I'm not seeing it. Because the way Spirit has been moving is more so coming from a place of this is what's going on. Feminine is not accepting anything less. You know, we've been using like a lot of spiritual cards and everything. So I'm like, no, I'm not really seeing the negative aspect of it. I think that people want to pretend like everything is all kissy kissy rainbows, and it's not. Or people want to pretend like this is a shallow connection, and it's not. A twin flame connection is extremely deep. And a lot of the time, only one of you has gone that deep, and it leaves the other one feeling, or no, the one who has gone that deep leaves them feeling like, dang, I did this all for no reason by myself. It leaves them feeling isolated, alone, confused. You know, so those are the things we're working through. It's not necessarily negative, but it's the experiences of a lot of twin souls. So it's like, you know, if people are just in La La Land or looking for, oh, come downstairs, I'm outside, let me beat it and then leave type message, it's not always going to come out in these things because not everybody is on that type of time with their twin. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody is moving like they 17, you know? So, Teddy Bear, interested in you, blooming romance, flirting, and want to date, okay? Yeah, this person definitely wants to date, okay? Now, see, you are attracted to each other, for sure. This person has been seduced before. They used to easily get seduced. You know, maybe this is something that they struggle with. Some of the masculines have, you know, Jezebel demons attached to them, and they are doing their best to get that up off of them. And that's a lot of what we're talking about in some of these readings recently, you know. So person is doing everything that they can to change their ways, you know, but it starts with self. It's not like oh, I'm gonna come to you and say I've changed. Get what you ain't really changed and nothing changes. No, I'm gonna do the work on myself first. Be thinking about you the whole time because you're my inspiration and motivation for doing this for real. Then when I feel like I'm right, I'm ready, I'm going to come on to you because I want to come the right way. I want to come healthily. All right. So mask, hiding true feelings, pretending and delude, gaslight and personify. Exactly. So a lot of you have been made to feel like this. Like this person was gaslighting you. They were pretending. They were hiding their feelings because a person felt like they wanted to still play, still do this, still do that. But when they realized, well, I can't do that and still have this person, it's like, okay, let me get this out my system. And I feel like a lot of you were coming from that place, just speaking, you know, as an adult. You know, if the person, this is who I want, but they're not ready, right? Go ahead, do your thing before we even try to do us. And then you mess it up because then that ain't going to work for me. You know what I mean? Like, it's different things, different strokes for different folks. You know, if you can do that or you're not, you know. But a lot of you have been focused on other things in the meanwhile. You know, this person feels like you have a poker face. Don't really know how you feel right now. They can't tell. You're not showing your hand. All right. This person feels like it's worth the risk. You are worth the risk. You are worth the chance. You are worth the energy. You are worth the effort. You're worth it is where they're coming from. All right. We have love call. Yeah. So a lot of you can expect a phone call to come in soon from this person. They really want to talk to you, want to hear your voice. It says expressing love, messages of love, thinking of you and informing you. Okay. And then not enough. See, that's twice. It says lacking confidence, self-sabotage, ego, and fear, frustration. We know that they sabotaged this because if it's one thing for sure, two things for certain, it came up 3 times. Not once, not twice, 3 times. Person feels like I sabotaged this connection with somebody who's not just a friend or just a lover, but a lover and a friend. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's both. So that's not something that you just throw away, y'all. That's what everybody out here that's talking about love and saying they want, that's what they want. So when you find it, you don't just throw that away. You don't say, oh, discard. Really? The universe is looking like, oh, really? You know, this, okay. So we have love. Exactly. When you find real love, you don't just discard it. Okay. So unconditional love, self-love and wholeness, affection and attraction, selflessness. All right. So this is where the person is coming from. Yeah, we have, hold up, old school and soulmate. Yeah, they can't stop thinking about you. Okay, they realize that maybe some outdated thinking and conditioning could have caused them to push you away. Like, for example, you know, a lot of the old school Mac Daddy energy could be instilled in them depending on what generation of people they were raised by. You get what I'm saying, type thing. And when this person replays events over in their head, they're like, okay, yeah, no, again, this is not someone that I'm willing to lose or let go of. A lot of people have not met that type of person. So they were comfortable doing those things that they were doing. You know, I feel like when you meet this type of person, something in you just won't be comfortable doing certain things to that person. You know, and that's where they're coming from. They're not comfortable with knowing that they could have caused you a great deal of pain that changes how you not only view them, but potentially view relationships and connections when something is true and genuine. They don't want to do that. All right. So it says soul connection, partnership, soul contract, life partner. Because keep in mind, we all have multiple soulmates and they're not all romantic, but we don't have but one twin soul. So the fact you have a twin flame soulmate, they're like, yeah, I want to work on that. You know, I want to work on it. So let's see. For our feminines. And not every reading is going to be like this, you know. Even today we might get some readings that are completely different. Talking about masculines who ain't got it together. You know, feminines who don't want to open the door back up. It just happens. You have free will choice and you don't have to. Not every reading is going to be like, oh yeah, this is beautiful. This is amazing. This is awesome. Some people going through it. Some people sitting over there right now so hot, so angry, so frustrated that they're shaking and they don't have nobody to talk to because nobody understands. People think they crazy because of the twin flame situation. Not everybody's a twin. You know, they don't know what you're talking about. A lot of people are not as ascended or spiritually awakened as you are in the first place. So, you know, they don't have an outlet, y'all. They don't have nowhere else to turn. And then they get that notification that Blue posted or somebody that they trust posted. You know what that feels like? It feels like a comfortable hug, a loving hug. So that's who we do it for. We don't do it for the people who, whew, it flies over their head and they don't get it. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to be clear. All right. And around here, we do not ever just create a title just for the sake of a title. If that were the case, I think my views would be way higher because I could, baby, I'm a writer. I could come up with some titles. I'm pretty sure if that were the case, I would have amazing view counts. But it's the principle. Like, I'm not going to do that. If it don't match, I'm not titling it, you know, whatever. That's crazy. All right. So I just wanted to let you know, boo thing, because I didn't feel like you were trying to be funny. I felt like you really misunderstood. Okay. So let's correct that understanding. So we have window. A new adventure in love is coming. Get ready. All right. Get ready. Right path. Love is a beautiful journey and you're on the right path. Do you see? And it says love. So if this is true love, then why would we ignore it? Why would we walk down a different path for some fake love or for some okay love or some good love. I'd rather have the great love. I'd rather take the path of excellence and harmony. Okay. We have unseen. Love can be blind. And sure, you're not overlooking red flags. You see, with that, the snake. Who was overlooking red flags with a snake? You know, somebody was. All right, masculines in the back of the back. We have star. Your hope and optimism are a powerful love magnet for you right now. You see? And you got the star, feminine. You keep getting the star in the tarot. So it's because of, you know, you just sitting here eating your popcorn, chilling. Like, I'm making healthy choices. If this person really loves me, if this is really for me, I already know it's going to work out. That's what you have in your heart. You might feel upset. You might feel shattered. You might feel all these things. And, you know, you have to work through those things, right? You can't just ignore it, hop, skip, and jump past it. No. But in your heart of hearts, you know that if this is really for you, if y'all really for each other, it's going to come together. So you're like, I'm not even about to overly stress myself. You know, we have proposal. An offer or proposal is, an offer or proposal in the near future that comes as a surprise. Ooh. So you see there, boo things. What about that is negative? Working through what you need to work through with your person. Okay, nothing. We have long distance. Love knows no distance. It transcends time and space. That's the underlying energy. And then back here we have anticipation. Embrace the sweet anticipation of love's arrival in your life. It's coming. And then we keep getting things about trees. Trees in particular represent like sturdy, you know, long-term, long-lasting, you know, I think family, I think, you know, generations. Like, there's somebody you're going to be with for, oh, wow, it's somebody that you've always been meant to be with, that kind of thing. I want to get one more deck, you know, so we can bring in some oracles and things like that from our angels and guardians and stuff. Let me see, BRB. All right, feminine, let's go ahead and wrap this reading on up, y'all. Let's see. What are the messages for feminine? What do they need to know? What are the messages for feminine? What do they need to know? Thank everybody who has been joining the Patreon. I really appreciate it. For those of you who are interested in joining, if you join the Lovers tier or the Magician tier, you get additional or extended videos. You know, you get additional content or extended content. You join the High Priestess or the Empress tier and you get videos sent to you every month. All right, 2:22 p.m. right now, y'all. All right, so I really do appreciate all the love, all the support. All right, whichever tier you join comes with different benefits, so I really appreciate it. And you could even join for free just to support. Sometimes I post videos for free as well. Whatever you do not, you know, how do I put this? Like, if you're not under any of the tiers, okay, you can always just purchase any of the videos. They are up there for purchase as well. So, you know, I appreciate all the support, y'all. Thank you to all the new patrons, all the new patrons, shall I say? I really appreciate it. Okay, it's growing, it's growing. Slow and steady, but it's growing. We have ideal reality. I am manifesting the most beautiful version of my reality by embodying the energy of my desired state now. Okay, I am manifesting the most beautiful version of my reality by embodying the energy of my desired state now. Yep. Okay. Confidence. Every cell in my body vibrates with confidence and radiant self-acceptance. So again, you have a very vibrant energy. You're very confident. That's one thing about the Queen of Wands. She's definitely confident. She or he, take the sex out of it. They're confident. All right, we have nourishment. I listen to my body's wisdom and give it the nourishment it truly needs. All right, you give yourself what you need, honey. Again, with the healthy choices. Now, hear me out now. All right, people feel like, oh, you know, to make healthy choices, you can't ever eat this or you can't ever drink that. You can't ever. No, it doesn't mean ever, because life is about balance, right? You don't want to completely take everything. I mean, if you have that high level of discipline, go you. I'm not going to tell you not to. But for some people, they feel like, oh, you know, I have to take away everything that I love. No, you don't. You can just do things in moderation. Again, temperance. Bit by bit, piece by piece, little by little, day by day, one step at a time. You know what I mean? If you eat fast food 20 times a month, which is terrible, you know, slow it down. Like, go twice a month. Go once a month. You see what I'm saying? Or something like that. Like, You don't have to feel you can't never do the things you enjoy. Well, I really like Mexican food, me, but I can't eat no Mexican food right now because, you know, Nope, I'm still gonna eat my Mexican food, but I'm gonna have it every, you know, once in a while, not all the time. If I was eating 4 tacos, maybe I'll have 2. You get what I'm saying? That kind of thing. All right. So you can still do the things that you like to do, just reel it back and do it healthier. Like they have healthier menu options, you know, and things like that, if that's what we're talking about in that essence. You don't even have to go out. You know, some of us prefer to cook at home nowadays because it tastes better. Nowadays it seems like outside you just spending money for stuff not to even be good. So what's the point of even going out anymore? But anyway, we have inner love. I embrace every part of who I am with love, kindness, and deep appreciation. Okay, it's nothing like a home cooked meal. Back to that nourishment. All right, what'd you say? By the way, he could tell I ain't missing no meal. Opportunities, okay? Opportunities arrive in perfect timing, opening new doors to expansion and fulfillment. Ashe, blessed be, and it is so. And we have spiritual mastery again. We just had this last night, I think. I walk the path of spiritual mastery, actualizing the limitless power, wisdom, and love that reside within me. Again, I ask you guys, what about this was so not great? This was positive as I don't know what. This was awesome. All right, so if this was your reading or you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. The information, that's where you can book personal readings with me. Join us on the Patreon, become a member, purchase a book, get any merchandise, all that good jazz can be found in the description box beneath this video. Peace and hair grease.